To say the Boston Uprising have had a strange past couple of stages would be an understatement. After only winning one game in Stage 3, the Uprising have had a tough first 3 weeks of Stage 4, losing every single game and putting themselves in a position where playoffs are almost impossible. Throughout the past couple of stages, the Boston Uprising have made some strange changes, choosing to field Persia over Aim God and most recently playing Blase instead of RCK in the off-tank role. In their most recent matches, the Uprising have looked absolutely lost. But where did they go wrong? And what does Boston need to do going forward, not only to finish out the stage on a positive note, but also go into next season with a strong team? I would argue that the Boston Uprising's issues extend way back to Stage 1. While I had my doubt about Boston's new starting tank player Fusions, I soon began to like the trade in the GOATS meta. Fusions was a great Rhyme player and there was no doubting that. But when it comes to being a flexible player, I don't think Fusions is necessarily the best option. I would argue that in a 2-2-2 meta, Gamsu would have been the better choice. But the Uprising were still okay with the players in their lineup. It's their next high-profile trade that began to hurt the team. Trading Note for RCK was one of the toughest trades to stomach for Uprising fans. Note had been a staple of the team since Season 1 and is an outstanding off-tank player. I understand the trade in the short term. We were at a time when D.va players needed to flex a little more, and RCK had the ability to play Sombra. The trade made sense in the short term, but in the long run, the team was losing a consistently great off-tank and a fan favorite. Now that we're in a 2-2-2 roll-lock meta, we can see these changes coming back to haunt the Uprising. It's a little ironic actually, seeing how much reversing these trades could have helped the team in the long run. And that's Boston's issue as an organization. They haven't been playing for the long run. Instead of keeping well-developed players and adjusted players, they have traded according to the meta and it has bit them in the ass. Just look at last week's games for example. RCK didn't even play last week. Instead, the team decided to play Blase in the off-tank role, a truly strange choice for which the team had still offered no explanation that I am aware of. Another strange choice the Uprising has made is playing Persia instead of Aim God. Apparently, there were some issues with Aim God and Kelix playing together, and that's why Alamo and Persia played for a period of time during Stage 3. Even so, Boston has struggled significantly when fielding Persia instead of Aim God. And if there are issues with Aim God, Boston needs to figure it out, because this is not the first Korean player to have issues on the Uprising, if you guys remember Striker's issues before and Neko. And I'm starting to think that the organization needs to figure out how to keep their Korean players happy, because it's a serious issue for them. Boston needs to figure out who they want to be as a team, because at the time their gameplay looks sloppy and disjointed. I really don't have many issues with Boston's DPS lineup. Color Hex is a solid DPS who is skilled mechanically, and I think he just needs some more development. Blase can be a good DPS as long as he's on comfortable picks, and Stellar is a pretty good pickup for the team. Right now, Boston desperately needs another off-tank, and Aim God needs to play if they want to be successful. I would also not be against a trade for Fusions in the main tank role, and at this point, I'm very confused on why Kelix is the only player on this team that they have decided to keep from the main roster, as he still struggles a lot. All the issues really boil down to poor management and coaching decisions. If Boston wants to have any chance in the next season, they need some changes because it's not looking good right now. Anyways, that's it for me. What do you guys think Boston needs to do in order to be successful? Let me know down in the comments section. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to Buff Cheese. And as always, thanks for watching.